Hello everybody, my name is Tom Griss, and today we're going to go over all the stuff in the metal bench. First things first, we have a throwing knife. The sickle is just another harvesting tool. It does work, you can harvest things with it, however it doesn't give you any benefit. It's not any faster than just picking it with your hands, so I mean it's really not necessary to have this. Ice pick is just for picking ice, but it also collects iron ore and stuff like that, so it's just like a regular ice or a regular pickaxe, but it's meant for ice. Candles are a great thing for lighting, but they have a tendency to disappear, so I generally don't make them, along with this candle as well. But this one more often than not disappears. This one sometimes sticks around, but they do eventually disappear. The spurs are nice. You put them on the boots and they do everything spurs do. But anyway, we got the small trap. That's for catching small animals. We have the medium trap. That's for catching slightly larger animals. So be careful when you use the traps. You can kill your own horse with them. Then we have the wood axe, which is an upgraded, the final tier, if you will, of the tool. And it is a two-handed axe, so it only takes 5 swings to get, or 5 to 7 usually, to get through a tree. Same with the large pickaxe. It's just the top tier pickaxe. Well, not top tier in the pickaxe department anymore because there's the golden one, but that one is for the prospector. Moving right along, the scythe. This is another kind of pointless tool like the sickle. I mean, it's fun to use. It's a big old scythe. You can chop things up with it, and I mean you can technically use it as a weapon. However, it is not designed for a weapon. So then we have the shear. And if you lasso a sheep first, then you go over to it, you can shear it, and then you kill it, and then you get more wool. The reason why you wouldn't take the sheep back and just keep shearing it is because right now there's a glitch where they keep dying. So it's best to just shear them right away in the wild and then kill them, and you get more cotton that way. A metal bucket, pretty straightforward. It's a metal bucket. If you remember in the other video I talked about this box being exactly the same, and it only costs 10 ore. So I would go with this box over the other one because planks are precious in this game and ore is pretty easy to come by. So I would build these as your big boxes instead of those. Then we have the metal town bell, which is just another town bell. It rings and people can hear it from a ways away, but it looks a little fancier because it's got the metal post and all that. And then we have the shovel in here as well. Again, it is a non-usable item right now. So a pitchfork, which is used for building barn stuff, like the red barn and the silo and stuff like that. The claw hammer is used for making refined wood structures. That's the ones that look like they have siding and the inside has wallpaper and it's the dark paneling wood and all that good stuff. Also, we have the farm hoe. That is for making like I guess you'd call it a spawn barn for your animals like pigs and cows and chickens and stuff. Right now they're a little buggy. Sometimes they don't spawn in. The chickens just disappear, but they still produce eggs, so then we have the sledgehammer. Oh, you also use this for your farming plots and stuff like that for doing seeds and stuff. But then we have the sledgehammer. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Sledgehammer breaks stuff. But the important thing about the sledgehammer is when you use it to break down building stuff, you get I'd say probably 2/3 of your resources that you use to build it back. And we have the flat top stove, which, I mean, it cooks things. That's about all it's used for. Then we have the upgraded version of the trough. It just holds a little bit more. Doesn't really need to, but it does. Then we have the first safe. That is, these are pretty durable. It'll take at least 8. I haven't tested them since the patch, but it will take at least 8 dynamite to get into one of these little safes. Then they have the metal mailbox, which is just the upgraded version of the mailbox, and the bricklaying tool, which is for the brick structures and also the jail structures, like the iron bars and stuff like that. Then we have the sword, or what I like to call the cavalry sword, because that's what it is. It's a cavalry sword. It really does crap for damage. It's not really worth having. It's fun to play with, though. It makes cool ring sound when you take it out, all that good stuff. And if you like to play like a pirate, yeah, there you go. Here's the large safe. This one takes 10 dynamite, last I checked, so after the patch it probably takes more now, along with the little safe. Costs a little bit more to make. I think it has more storage. But yeah, you can also keep your money in there. But the problem with that is, they blow up the safe, they take your money. And if you don't want your money taken, and you keep it on you, like I do, when you log off, it goes with you. Where were we? Safe. Okay, wrench. That does plumbing structures like wells and stuff like that. There's like 3 different wells you can make. And what is the other thing you can make with that? Oh, no, maybe it's just the 3 wells that you can make with that. I don't remember. But right now, it's pretty much just for making wells. I don't know if they're planning to make anything else with it, but then you have the metal canteen, which is just the upgraded version of the wooden one. And then we have the first lighting of this one is the wall lantern. It's just what it says, it's a wall lantern. This one's the ceiling lantern. It's meant to go on ceiling tiles, so it doesn't go on the wall or the floor or anything like that. It only goes on ceiling tiles. This one will go on pillars, but you have to be careful with that, because if you put it on a pillar, it will disappear. Then we can go on to the next fridges. These are just like the other fridge, only, you know, fancier, dancier, and more stuff to make. The oil pump is for when you get the mine. You have to use oil to run the tier 2 mine. Oh, you also use that to make these lamps down here too, so go ahead and make that for that purpose anyway. But these are just different styles of lamps. They cost right around the same, I think. Yeah, $2.15, $2.50. Yeah, they cost this one costs, oh, that's not the same. This one's a lantern. Now this one I thought you could set down like on a table or whatever, but this is only held in your hand like a flashlight. And then we have some decorative items here, some pots and pans, and another ceiling lamp, which obviously ceiling lamp goes on the ceiling. But anyway, that's the metal working bench and everything that it does. Hope that helped you out. Have a good day. Bye.